Look into his eyes and tell yourself he's just a man. Tell yourself he can't know the things he says he does. He can't know your fears. But he has Alfred. He has your friend in his eyes. You've studied the human eye. There are 6 eye movements that reveal the motives. Then there's 15 variations of them on everyone else you face, even the most hardened criminals. The people's contract, or expand depending on emotion. Happiness, laughter, affection, the pupils open. Fear, anger, hatred, the pupils close. But not his. His pupils stay fixed. Tiny points of blackness. The eye of someone who hates everything and everyone. Eyes that let in no light. That see through the darkness. Stares into you. Each pupil a tiny black pearl. Fixed in space. A bullet coming at you. Eyes that say, he's more than a man. Eyes that say he knows you. No, you know what he is. Tell yourself the truth. He's just a man who fell in a vat of chemical waste. He's just a man.
Bruce!
Bruce! Joker. It's okay, Bruce. It's alright, we got him in custody. He had a capsule under the water for an escape route in the pipelines, but Jason here caught him at the entry point for a good start.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. Don't get cocky, Todd.
And Alfred? Alfred's alright?
He's fine, Bruce. Joker was keeping him down in the storage unit. Of all things, down in the Narrows. 1 cup of early grey, 2 fresh white gloves later, he's back in action, Father. See?
Alfred?
Morning, Master Bruce. So good to see you looking about. And among your dear family.
No!
Father, we have company.
We need to talk. All of us. The Joker. What happened to him?
He got away in the confusion. And the toxin in the water. We neutralize it, but it has lingering effects.
I'm fine. I need to get back out there. I have a lead. No, Bruce. We need to talk.
We need answers. It's more like it. Who invited you, Todd?
I did. We all need to be here, Damien.
You have to tell us, Bruce, once and for all. Is what the Joker said true? Does he know who we are?
No. He doesn't.
Then how do you explain this? How could you not tell us?
Because I was afraid. Because I believed that you let your emotions get the better of you. And by doing so, you give them the upper hand.
So let me get this straight. Telling us he took Alfred, meaning he knows who we are, wouldn't help us understand what we're up against?
Yes, because he doesn't know. He took Alfred because of Bruce Wayne's connection to Batman Incorporated. Joker needed someone to help her prepare some celebration. If you were the Joker, Alfred would be your first choice. That's what you said at the hospital, Bruce. But there's been more evidence since then. The other day, he fled Rara from prison, an enemy of Dick Grayson, not Nightwing.
And he came after my mother!
Damn it, you're not understanding how he thinks.
Well, then explain it. I saw the footage from the GCPD. What did he mean you have his calling card? And what is the secret that he's talking about? The one you're keeping from us. What is he getting at, Bruce?
Go on. Now.
Father.
It was a long time ago. Soon after I became Batman, before all of you, not long after my first battle with him at the reservoir, he used a blimp to try to gas the city.
You came! And you were almost worth it, I made you up! You were a fragment of my imagination, big as a tooth fairy!
No. but I'll take some teeth. I knocked him into the bay. I used the bat boat to drag the gas out of the water before it affected anyone. Then I rushed back to look for him. I searched the bay for hours, trying to find some sign of him. There was nothing. Afterwards, the whole way back to the cave, I remember being so angry with myself for not catching him. I was actually shaking with anger. I never gotten that way about an unfinished case before. Never. I was just starting to understand him, you see. The reservoir gave me a sense of him. But now, I was actually starting to understand.
Understand what, Bruce?
That he was different from the rest, Tim. That he was about something else. And willing to do anything to make his point.
What point? He's chaos, Bruce. What else? Quiet. Go on, Bruce.
After searching the bay and finding nothing, I took the boat back to the cave. I came in through an opening in the South Palisades that I've since closed off. After surfacing, I went directly upstairs to the manor and slept. Or tried to. But just hours later, I came down to the cave again to revisit the case, all of it, from the site containing the waste that made him to the toxin from the blood. But when I got down to the cave, I found something.
Found what, Father?
There, in the bowl beside the water, I found his card. His card hanging here is a replica of the one I found in the water that morning. That one. The original I tested every way possible. No homing devices, no toxic, nothing. Just a simple playing card.
Whoa. You're saying that the Joker have possibly gotten into the cave? That he might have spent the morning lurking around here?
No, Dick. He must have attached the card to the boat after falling from the blimp. He likely used an adhesive that was water soluble and washed away.
But that's just a theory, Bruce.
And if he did make it in?
He didn't. I'm just explaining what he was referring to by his card. I'm trying to explain the game he's playing.
But if he did make it in, he'd know that you were Bruce Wayne. And if you figured it out, it'd be easy enough by association over time to figure out who we all are. How could you keep that from us?
He didn't get into the cave, Barbara. I'm sure of it.
Here's Bruce. Why?
Because it would have been impossible, Jason. Even back then before I added the safeguards. First, the Batboat would have picked up the extra weight. Second, if he did somehow manage to evade the sensor, he would have to make it through the tunnels. Meaning he would have to hang onto the boat while traveling almost 50 miles underwater. At speeds nearly 50 miles an hour. None of us could do that. Not me, not you. Third, if he did make it in, there would be traces of him. Evidence from the sensors, from the alarms. It would be a record. I'm telling you, unequivocally, there is no chance, none, that he made it in here.
No offense, Bruce, but the Joker's been pulling off the impossible left and right. Now I asked you outside Gordon's hospital room, and there was something you weren't telling me, and you said no.
Because there wasn't, damn it. The Joker did not get in here. Like I said, the closest he could have gotten to the cave junction near McGammy Falls, where the boat dives. That's miles from here.
It's still in the cave system.
Yes, and there are 100 homes the tunnel system can lead from that point.
Unless he made it past the dive.
He didn't. He doesn't know who we are. He doesn't care. Don't you see? He's playing us against each other. This, right here, is what he's after.
Well, it looks like you're doing his work for him, Bruce. You should have told us about the card.
If he knew I was Barbara, then the time he came
Barbara,
to my father's
don't.
house.
He was after your father, not you. You know that. Look, all of you. Until this time, he's only come after you transcendental, to get to me. But now, he's saying he's coming for each of you head on. When the Joker comes for you, he goes for everything you love, everything you care about, to destroy it. Say what you will, but all I've been trying to do here, the only thing, is to protect you from that. You trained us to be heroes, Bruce. You trained us to fight evil, not him.
You can't protect us, Father. We want to fight with you. What will you have us do? Stay here in the cave?
Like it's secure.
It's secure.
Tell that to Alfred.
Jason! I have a lead to follow.
But Bruce, we have to go to...
Stop talking. It's his need for help that brings him down tonight. He's been planning for a year, plotting and watching. But to pull off everything he intends, he needs help. At the reservoir, he used a cellular signal on his remote to contact the men hiding in the trees. Those men, the hope he's using is where I can get to him. Get to him before he gets to them. Before he does whatever he's planning to do to Alfred. The only way of beating him to his punchline. Ruining his joke. I traced the cellular signal Joker sent to a prepaid cell phone number. A burnt phone purchased with cash at the Gotham Electronics shop 9 days ago. The phone is untraceable, but the traffic light footage at the corner shows a man exiting the shop at the time of the purchase. A man identified by the computer as Dylan McDyer, 45-year-old, widowed, 4 children, and McDyer resides right here. Don't be afraid. Your father and I need to have a little talk. Don't we? I had to. He said he would kill my family. He's been watching us, Batman. Please. Watching us for a week. You and who else? All of the guards from Arkham. Dylan McDyer, a 9-year veteran officer of Arkham Asylum. I assume he and a few others have taken up with Joker out of greed or fear. But the story he tells me, there in his dining room, is something worse than I expected. A story about an asylum held hostage by a madman. A killer who sent the guards home every night. The ones with families. Forced them into pretending everything was fine. Pretending that the asylum was business as usual. While the whole time, day by day, the inside was being transformed. Transformed into what exactly? Guy wasn't sure. No one was, he said. But he saw glimpses down the hall. Saw miles of current brought in. Generators, a cable, monitor, and sparkle and paint. He heard the screaming too. Saw bloody towels come down the hall in a wheelbarrow. Heard bodies go down the incinerator queue. The maniac, bang, 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 and then a thud, and a smoke, and a smell, and laughter from above. Always the laughter. Whatever he was changing into, McDyer said to me. He said it was for you, Batman. He said it was making it your castle, a place to come home to. And now, Bruce, as you enter, tell yourself that he's just a man like you. Tell yourself he has flesh that can be ripped, bones that can be shattered, that he needs to breathe, to sleep, to eat. Prove it to yourself. Stare back at him, into those damn eyes. Stare into them until he flinches. Until you see them work like human eyes. Until you see the pupils change. It happens all of a sudden, just a tiny shift. But there, as you stare back and you see it, the smallest flicker of the pupils, still. As you say to yourself, see? Beneath all that, he's just what you thought he was. A man. And ignore the fact that what you saw that those tiny pupils do expand. Expand for you after you stare back long enough. Ignore the fact that what you saw, those black points, expand with, was love.
I see you're ready to start. Arms out, 7th back.
Stay focused, Bruce. You got here before he was ready for you. Just stay one step ahead of him.
I know how much you like to lead, Betsy. But since you're so rusty, I think I'll lead this time. Faster? You want to go faster? Let's. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
You got the advantage.
1, 2. 1, 2.
Hold on to it.
Oh, don't be so regular, friend. Here. Let's go a little. Let the music move you. Let the mood sway you. A royal dance.
Don't listen to him.
Dance of the day. Before the king. A dance of pleasance, of sereneness.
Don't think of Alfred. Don't think of the family. Don't let him throw you. You know this place, inside and out. You know the walls, the hallways, the cracks.
Shh! Don't be distracted, Dad. You have returned from above. From distant realms to your castle.
Help us, please. We've been dancing for days. The men in the cells, I know them all, their histories. Rano, Peters, the guards with no families. The ones no one would miss past a few simple excuses. The glass is super grade polycarbonate. I could shatter it, but the Emblem steel netting would keep them caged. He's running current into the water on the floor. Push of a button could kill them all.
That's right, Betsy. They dance for you. The whole place. It's alive. Alive! With love. For you dance. And they dance to welcome you home. Home to Arkham Asylum!